So handing over the power plants, everything to these people, looting the infrastructure.
Lines that feed our commerce and bind us together. We will restore science to its rightful place and wield technology's wonders to raise healthcare's quality and lower its costs.
Total and complete bull. You look at Bill Clinton, so angry in that video we were just showing. He wants that wicked power, and these people all hate each other at the top. Back in 70 seconds, I will continue breaking this down straight ahead, and then your phone calls and some in-studio guests as well. Stay with me.
Everything we said came true. Everything we've done's been right.
We are back live analyzing Barack Obama's key inauguration speech, coronation speech. Let's go back to it right now.
We will harness the sun and the winds and the soil to fuel our cars and run our factories, and we will transform our schools and colleges and universities to meet the demands of a new age.
A new age again, a new age, a new world order, the capstone. So, wind, solar, it's a good idea. All for it. But again, as if the government's doing it, as if the government's going to finance it. They're going to control what technologies get developed, what don't. Things they control. So again, he throws in some reasonable sounding things and then says, in our new age.
All this we can do. All this we will do.
Yes, we can. Bob the Builder, la, la, la. Can we fix it? Yes, we can.
Now, there are some who question the scale of our ambitions, who suggest that our system cannot tolerate too many big plans.
Oh, there are some that stand in the way of big government and corporate welfare and the bankers running everything. Well, they're the ones that are gonna stop what we're doing. They're the ones that caused it all, not the bankers I work for, not the globalists. No. Even though they fill my administration, the very ones that did all this, admittedly, it's you. You caused it. You're standing in the way of Valhalla.
Their memories are short, for they have forgotten what this country has already done, what free men...
Oh, those of us that don't want big government and secret police and youth brigades and gun control and gun confiscation, we've forgotten what America did. We don't like America. We're not can-do go-getters. Man, boy, shut up. I like Barrack. He's getting it done.
And women can achieve when imagination is joined to common purpose and necessity to courage. What the cynics fail to understand is that the ground has shifted beneath them.
Oh, we know. You've engineered a massive crisis. You're stampeding the people through terror. They stage terror, stampede them for police state. Now they shift the police state publicly for what it was built for against the American people. And now they're terrorizing us with what they've done financially. And they're saying, hey, the cynics don't understand. The ground shifted beneath you. We scared the hell out of these people. We're using psych warfare, and they're coming. You will be absorbed. Resistance is futile. That's their message. Well, it isn't futile, and that's why in your internal documents you say you got 200 days to try to gut this country and the world, and you're going to fail.
Political arguments that have consumed us for so long no longer apply.
Oh, really? All of our political arguments were right about globalism being bad, NAFTA and GATT being bad, people going into debt and having big government. We were right about all of that. We were on target about all of those major issues the entire time. We were here telling the truth. We've been right. We've predicted what happened accurately. And then he's implying we caused all of this. That because we didn't accept bigger government and more control, that it's our fault. I mean, this is just incredible. Listen to that again.
To courage. What the cynics fail to understand is that the ground has shifted beneath them.
That's what they always say. Oh, you're just a Bush basher because you don't like secret arrest and FEMA camps. And oh, that's not for you. It's for Al-Qaeda. Now it's in the news. It's for us. Oh, you're just an Obama basher racist. We're just cynics, We don't want to have his new attorney general ban all semi-automatic handguns and rifles as he's announced. We're just cynics, We're just negative. Turn them in. It's friendly.
That the stale political arguments that have consumed us for so long no longer...
Stale political arguments. They ignored the will of the people, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, set up this new world order. They're bringing us into the final phase. Newsweek and the Financial Times of London are saying world government run by world bankers where we pay carbon taxes, something people wrote 30 years ago telling you they were going to do because they could read the government documents. And then the very people responsible sit up there like the saviors saying it's our fault, they did all of this by design. We're going to come back to this piece of filth liar and finish up with this. Oh, it's unbelievable. Resist these monsters. All right, we're back live here, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, we've written scores of articles, linked to hundreds. I'm making a film about Barack Obama. Everything we're saying about their agenda, who he works for, who he is in their own words. They are butchering the U.S., bringing us into world government, destroying our Bill of Rights and Constitution. Bush has passed the baton off. We're 26 hours into the baton being passed off. They're making him a messianic leader, telling the public everything will be okay if you just do what we say. Just like they said, pass the banker bailout, we'll fix the subprime mortgages, let the credit flow. And the next day they said, well, that actually wasn't the problem. We're keeping the money it's secret. And by the way, $4 trillion is missing from the Pentagon trust funds. It's all gone. They're just stealing everything. This is a group of crooks with PR trying to suppress the public from resisting it or saying no. And if we try to resist, they've got Northcom and the military to crack down on us. All those years they said it wasn't for us. Now they admit it's for us. That's on record. Let's go back to it.
Apply. The question we ask today is not whether our government is too big or too small, but whether it works, whether it helps families find jobs at a decent wage, care they can afford, a retirement.
See, it isn't about whether the government's big or small, but by the way, we're going to make it huge. Bush only tripled the size of it. It's about, does it work? Does it find you jobs? The government gave incentives to move offshore to companies. The government does all this criminal stuff. The government's totally bankrupt and illegitimate. It's been secret since 1947 completely. But that isn't the question. It's, does it get you a job? I'm going to give you something. They take the productive people's money. They keep, on average, 70% of it the feds, and then they give you the 30% of the money with strings attached.
That is dignified. Where the answer is yes, we intend to move forward. Where the answer is no, programs will end. And those of us who manage the public's dollars will be held to account.
Oh, yeah.
To spend wisely.
Oh, yeah.
Reform bad habits. And do our business.
Spend wisely, $170 million for the parties they had. Not to mention the security separate from that. Oh, spend wisely. Oh, yes, that's exactly what's happening with your entire cabinet full of people that did the actual robbing. I mean, it's just...
in the light of day, because only then can we restore the vital trust between a people and...
We're going to do this during the light of day. He's going to make a few comments about the police state, but accelerate it. Oh, we're going to do this in the light of the day. Government's going to be transparent.
And their government. Nor is the question before us whether the market is a force for good or ill. Its power to generate wealth and expand freedom is unmatched.
This hasn't been a free market. It's private central banks that issue and control all the currency and credit, massing all the wealth under themselves, running stock markets like cash machines to cheat the public, and now they're just stealing all your pension funds. So they go, oh, is the free market at fault for all this? This isn't a free market.
This crisis has reminded us that without a watchful eye, the market can spin.
Without a watchful eye, that means more regulations on you, but the very regulators that are revolving door with the big banks and brokerage houses running things and expanding the theft. And then the bankers just stole $8.5 trillion with him heading it up and setting it up at the Bilderberg Group meetings. And then he's talking about transparency and how we're going to watch the government. We're going to do all this. And today he's announcing more power to the banks secretly. It's just all lies.
Out of control. The nation cannot prosper long when it favors only the prosperous. The success of our economy has always depended not just...
This guy is claiming he's going to fight Wall Street when he is the greatest Wall Street candidate ever. He's saying, oh, this nation can't only prosper when the rich are prospering. When this guy... They set up government taxes to take your money and give it to the ultra elite, but he knows this crowd thinks somebody in a $100,000 house is rich.
Just on the size of our gross domestic product, but on the reach of our prosperity. on the ability to extend opportunity to every willing heart, not out of charity.
Oh, the government's going to extend help. Just like he just passed a big eugenics package for forced abortion in China and abortions in Africa. That's a helping hand. Well, he's really going to help you.
But because it is the surest route to our common good.
Our common good. Everything's common.
As for our common defense, we reject as false the choice between our safety and our ideals. Our founding fathers, faced with perils that we can scarcely imagine, drafted a charter to assure the rule of law and the rights of man, a charter expanded by the blood of generations. Those ideals.
And then the camera cuts to Bush like, ooh, he took your Bill of Rights. He took your Constitution. Meanwhile, they're bringing in General Jim Jones. They're keeping Gates. They're expanding Northcom. Obama's announcing more troops on the streets of America. He had 47,000 of them, including regular Army there. It's just all bait and switch.